The northern white rhinoceros. At the beginning of the 20th century, the rhinoceros population reached 500,000. By 1970, this figure had reduced dramatically to 70,000 and continues to fall, with only 29,000 rhinoceros in the wild today. Currently, all 5 subspecies of the rhinoceros are listed on the IUCN's Red List of Threatened Species. Of these 5 subspecies, 3 are classified as critically endangered, with the northern white rhinoceros being the most at risk of extinction. Whilst the northern white has always been less populated than the southern white, its already minimal population of 500 in 1970 has since decreased to only 3. How have we let this happen? Whilst habitat loss and political conflict have impacted on the population figures of the rhinoceros, the biggest threat has and continues to be poaching. During the year of 2003, 13 northern white were known to have been poached. This increased dramatically over the next decade, as during 2015, 1,215 rhinoceros were killed by poachers. This equates to 1 killed every 8 hours. The current poaching crisis has been attributed to the growing demand for rhino horn. Rhino horn is used in traditional Chinese medicine to treat numerous ailments, from hangovers to cancers. Sadly, consumers also buy rhino horn for emotional purposes, as the display of rhino horn within the home becomes a sign of high social status due to the increasing price. Currently, rhino horn fetches up to $100,000 per kilogram, making it worth more than gold. What is being done to stop this? Whilst poaching figures have been on the rise in the last century, so too have arrests for those doing so. During 2010, there were 165 arrests for poaching within South Africa alone. 2012 saw an increase to 267 arrests, and in 2014, this figure almost doubled with 386 arrests. According to Save the Rhino 2015, numerous efforts have been made to combat the current poaching crisis, including but not limited to anti-poaching monitoring patrols, community conservation, environmental education schemes, and captive breeding. Drastic measures have even been put in place to protect individual rhinoceros, with the 3 remaining northern white rhinos protected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by armed guards. Research efforts are currently being focused on re-establishing the population. Due to age, the remaining 3 are no longer able to reproduce. However, with the use of DNA stores from 12 individuals, artificially assisted reproduction is a promising prospect for the future. The southern white rhinoceros is a remarkable example of how, with concerted efforts, a subspecies can be brought back from the brink of extinction. During the 1900s, the population of the southern white declined to only 50 left in the wild. With the implementation of specialised breeding programs, the population has since reached over 20,000 and has become the most populated of all the subspecies. You can make a difference. As individuals, we can help. After the death of the 4th remaining northern white in November 2015, Elodie Sampier created a GoFundMe page to raise the $800,000 needed for the assisted reproduction of the next generation of the northern white rhinoceros. In the past 3 months, the page has raised over $27,000 towards the process. The World Wildlife Fund also has the option to adopt a rhino, where every donation starting from $5 goes directly to protecting the rhinoceros. Whilst it may not feel like much to donate a few dollars, without conservation programs dedicated to the protection of any species in danger, there is little to no hope for the long-term preservation of the natural world.